Hi everyone, it's Sheena from For the Love of Paper, and I thought I'd do like a bit of an organization video. I have this basket I have to go through, and potentially another one, but it's been bothersome, so I'm just gonna kind of do that. I tend to just throw everything on it to the side of me, and now it's essentially taking up a basket that could be used for something meaningful. So I'm just going to start kind of sorting it and putting things that actually make sense. So I do have envelopes, that's packaging. This is like papers I put underneath stuff whenever I'm working on things. There's another envelope. This is probably a receipt for the shipping. Yep, packing order. A magazine. I'm gonna put that with this because this is actually a rug I got, and this was like the picture of the rug, and I just chopped it out. So I'm gonna put that with there. Mark making. I think I'll actually put this over here. These are just some random book pages that do have a home. I did this the other day. I did a bunch of stamping. It's mark making. Just with some old stamps to see if they work. Some of them did, some of them didn't really. So that, I'm just going to set that kind of off to the side back here. This is some grungy paper. This is a really old newspaper. It's from like 1880, and I used it in some things, but there are articles in here, like it's very brittle, you can see that there, that are just unbelievable, the way they wrote things, and yeah, crazy. So that's kind of all this. Oh, there's another piece of it. This is more advertisements. I don't think I realized there was that much more to it. So I have to be pretty mindful of that. Oh, this is another one. Crazy articles. I kind of been hoarding this, and it was mixed in with this other newspaper that I kind of had cut down with my guillotine. So that does have a place. Here's more magazine. I tore apart a journal that I had started in, but I haven't done anything in it for a long time. So I tore the pages out. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, if anything, but I wanted the journal for, I guess that's more like, I wanted the journal to, here's another thing. What did I take this out of? Some other type of journal. This was a cover I had done, ripped off a journal. Yeah, so I really don't know what to do with them. This I kind of been hoarding. These are papers, more grungy papers, book pages. This is like thank yous that I got from whenever I bought from Vintage Polka Dot Shop. And I like the paper, so I wanted to use that for like backing. So I'll put that with grungy paper. Book pages. That's grungy paper. I don't know. This is actually a copy of that thing I've been hoarding. This is a page from a book. So actually, I'm going to just put all these things. These are book pages. This is wrapping paper that I got in something. Grungy paper. That's like faux grungy paper. Book page. Another book, piece of book. Locaflora. That's local. That's a page that I put in a journal recently. This was the top half of it. So I'll just let that there. I really don't know that I have any purpose for this. I'm not going to use it. But I just had a thought. I could put it in a journal and put gesso over it. So a lot of this is just papers that have been started or collected and not put away, really. I think. Yeah. And then a big chunk of typewriter paper. These are vintage recipes that need to go somewhere. And then we're back to book pages. And I'm pretty sure this whole thing then is different types of book page. So I'm actually going to throw these in there. And it's a piece of stamp image. Okay. Put that there. I actually have more book pages. Where? I feel like I just had it out too. I have little strips, but maybe this is the one that is just not vintage. Well, I guess you could say maybe somewhere, but just random. All different things. So these are like weather maps. That shouldn't be in there. Well, I can't say it shouldn't be in there. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put all these, except for those mark making. I threw them in here. This I want separate. But a lot of these things can be turned into journal pages. I have a huge box of this, but it technically shouldn't be in here. I don't know where it should be, but technically not in here. This is little pieces. And that type paper I got recently. Those are the recipes. So this is all, that's a cluster I made. This is kind of Christmas. It's like a page. These are more like scraps. So these are all going to go in a different basket. And that basket is this one, because it's all like neutral pieces. And some of them are imitation that I can just tear up. I'm not going to go through the business of trying to put them away. That's a good journal page. It's real, 1915. And these are neutral pieces that are not vintage, but kind of like pieces I pull from and tear off whenever I'm doing different collage for neutral stuff. So that and journal pages go there. I needed a basket. I'm still stuck on this. Do you see those staples right there? I really feel like that should be in my vintage stuff. this? This is similar. It's huge. That's really big. Okay, I'm going to take those two out. They just kind of feel a little hoardy. Oh no. There's another one. Not so bad. Someone colored on that. It was like probably something for school. 1925 is the copyright on that. So I'm gonna let that be. I'm gonna take these out. That means I used up the basket that I wanted to have for something else. Oh well. Okay. These all again are different book pages. That's really what I wanted. Magazine, I do have a box strictly for magazine stuff. This is what I wanted. Technically, these are just hard to be used for journals, so I don't want to put it in the same bin. Because if I have them separated, I'm not going to use it. So, and it's not so much worried about what's on it, just like I put that wrapping paper in here somewhere, because I can cover that, so that's fine. This is, I just don't know what to do with that. I have no idea what to do with this, but this is the cluster packaging envelopes. All right, let me get the box for magazine stuff. I can put that away. It's a magazine, mixed media. This is the first Art by Marlene book, which I should probably take out of there now, because if that's the case, this all should then be, there's a mixed media journal. I'm gonna take that out of here. This is a pack from somebody. I don't remember. Maybe Dilutions. I think that's what it is, but I'm not going to use them if they're in here like that. I now have a whole cubby for just mixed media stuff outside of, like, here on the shelves. So these are ones I just printed from the computer. I like these faces, so I'm going to keep those out. Then everything else, this should all be then pretty much magazine type stuff. Oh, this is it. It is Dilutions. Collage sheets. Magazine. There's newspaper. There's some, I don't know what that is. Collage paper, that shouldn't be in here. Painted papers. So now these magazine pieces can go in here. Just because I don't know what to do with this and it's a copy, I'm just gonna put that all the way on the bottom. So then all magazine things are in here. There's some like thicker card that I had got for like mixed media. There's that. Now, I want that out. I don't know what this is. Oh, I remember. I had got this years ago from the Dollar Tree. 2014. Yeah, that's many years ago. And what I was thinking about doing is using it to separate colors of like different things that I cut out from these magazines. I just haven't done it. This I had my friend make for me, and it has these little envelopes, again, for sorting some of this stuff out, like letters and sayings, but I'm pretty sure there's some words in there. And this one is painted papers, but I'm going to remove that because they're not being used. And then this I will leave for kind of going through as I cut things out. So that should be everything in this one and taken care of. All right, so now I have printed papers or painted papers and mark making. These envelopes can just go in a bit of ephemera I have that needs done. Probably the same with this packaging. That newspaper made a mess. All right, so then these. I got this at Michael's. I think it was like $3.99. Doesn't say its normal price, but it was on sale for like $3.99. And I want to kind of use this for mixed media and making these like mark making, printed papers, maybe even like the focal points that I create, just having something for that close and available so that I can dig through it. I'm going to put that in there. So that's something I just got whenever I went the other day. So that brings me back to this stack that I pulled out, which is this Dylusion stuff. And those ones I printed from the copier paper. Collage pages. This, I have a whole thing of tissue type collage paper in this little bin beside me. Now, there's one. I tend to just stick things. There they come out. Up in the crease of this. Maybe that's all of them. I don't know. Looks like it. I have this box with just pieces. Yes, we must save torn pieces. This is actually a magazine. Some of these are even words. That butterfly, bird, that leaf. Those are things that I made. There's this magazine. But I wanted to use this box for when I pop these out and when I don't use them, because they're likely to get lost. That's magazine. I have these crazy butterflies too. That's what I should put in that thing. One of those envelopes. That's another one of these. That's one. I'm gonna put them in the lid. butterflies. This was a pack of butterflies. I was like, ooh, I don't know. I don't really like them. They're kind of not like authentic looking. But since I've started doing different things with mixed media, I've actually liked having the bright colors. There's a couple things there. Butterflies. That's a butterfly, but that's art by Marlene. It's a big bird. Magazine. There's something. Leaf. Circle, mountains. These are just pieces of cardstock. There's a snail. Snail. It's a piece of magazine. It's a little tiny star. See, I would totally lose these. I think that's the end of it. Nope. Lips and a heart. I almost feel like now that I see it like that, I need a smaller pouch. Maybe something like this. Because it's not as big as this box for sure. There we go. So then I have them separated out, and whenever I punch more, they can actually go in there. And then this will be specific to these butterflies. These bright butterflies. I think there's even a butterfly on the... Yep. Okay. So those butterflies, and then these I want to put in that box. Like this box for collage stuff. All right. I'm going to just suck it up and throw those away. And then these all can go on the shelf I now have created for different mixed media. This I'm going to throw in my scrap bin, my bright color, or cardstock scrap bin. This I can just throw in that box. Could have been organized, but I'm not going to do that right now. And that's something I wanted to show. And that's something I wanted to show. Okay. Put that on the shelf, kind of. So this was a pink journal. This is the color that it was. It kind of, well, it's pink on that side. It's from Michaels because it's Artist Loft. And I had those pages that I showed that I tore out of a journal. I tore out of here. And I redid the cover, just with some mixed media, paints and stencils, and there's some German book page stamps. And what I started to do is, I don't know how many I did. Oops. Like the first looks like 4 or 5 pages I put gesso on. So, I can like use this for different journal pages that I make that are mixed media bases, and then tear out and use as journal pages. So I wasn't using it anymore the way it was. I was out of line. And I just thought, this paper's, I wouldn't say it's that thick. It's maybe construction paper grade, but with clear, and I use clear gesso on here, it just seals it, makes its first layer, and then I can do a lot of different things. And then tear them out and use them as journal pages. So that's something I did recently, just to have like a book that I can work in and create backgrounds and stuff like that. So I'm excited about this. I bought this composition book a while ago, and I'm going to use this for some pages too. I'll probably glue like 2 pages together, gesso it, and then do some painting on that as well. I just love the bright color of this. And yellow and sunshine are 2 of my favorite things. And then this is a new little journal. Let me zoom you in now. Maybe even go a little bit closer. I had done Junk Journal January, and then I was looking for something for February, so I just Googled it, and I found this Faberlage, the official 2025 prompts. They have them in multiple different languages, but this is the English one. That's kind of the Instagram for her, and I just kind of made this little, similar to the last one, and I've been doing this one more in a Tim Holtz grungy style. So I haven't put dates on the pages. I put the prompt. On the other one I put the dates for Junk Journal January, and in this one I chose to write the prompt out. So this one was tree, again using more mixed media type things, and sprays and stains and stuff like that. So that was tree. This one was shell. So I kind of did like a beach type theme with a little grunge. I like texture of different things, so I just added that in. This one was school. That one was dice. So what are we at? First, second, third, fourth. The 5th was chaos. And I've been kind of doing a little bit of mark making stamps, making a background first, and then I go back in. Let's see. The 6th was metal, and today's the 7th, I think. I'm pretty sure. And so this is metal. These are just little things that look like metal that are from essentially the Dollar Tree, but I had in my mind whenever I've had these for a long time, and whenever I saw the prompt, this is what I had in mind to pull. So metal, and then the 7th is neighborhood, which I haven't done yet, but I just wanted to kind of show you that I really like the idea of doing something daily. It's helped for me in the sense of like coming home from work, or if I'm working from home and in my day, to come out here and kind of just like decompress, take the prompt, and just create something. And the last one I did, if you remember, I was all over the place. Or maybe I wouldn't say all over the place. I started Junk Journal January in a box. In the box, I mean like, oh, let's keep it all the same aesthetic. And then it started to vastly change and got very bold, black and white, neon colors, and really started to like evolve a little bit over time. This one, I'm trying to use mixed media and more in a grungy Tim Holtz type theme. So I do want to try and keep this one pretty consistent in what I'm doing. This one was just fun as a start, but again, I loved it. and it really was an enjoyable process for me. And again, this one was made out of a Amazon cover. This one I actually just took a piece of grungy paper that I had made. This is really just copy paper. Found some pieces. It's only two, let's see, where's the center? Two holes, and I just did a little bow there. And I just folded up. I made a little pocket in the front, and a little pocket in the back. And the pages in here don't really matter. Again, there's like some orders, book pages. This is just a random paper, but this is like almost like a glue page, but I was also stenciling on. I really like just pulling random pieces like this, just like I did in this one, and then it's essentially just the base, and then I make it what I want. So this is kind of something that has helped me be a little bit more creative, get into the I'm really big into the colors right now, especially neon. I just let's see what's right in front of me. I got this neon glitter washi tape. I think will be fun. I got neon threads. I have to run the bobbins. I almost said my printer. My sewing machine is a Brother, which is also a printer, but I gotta run all the bobbins for them. And I have the neon, what is it, Dina Wakley, and I have One Dilutions, but I saw this, and as you're walking out of Michael's, like they have that section you have to kind of walk through, and I saw this 4-pack, and I was like, well, this will be nice more for like mark making, using like a lot. Let's see. Obviously there's a difference in color, but the bottle's bigger. So this I see using for like something more specific. And these I can use like mass producing of things with neon colors. If I'm using a lot of that particular paint, then I think it was like $3.99. I got some pom-poms. I don't know where I put them. Here. Some like bright colored pom-poms, and I think sewing them in, like whenever if I glue it down and then sew over it, I think that would be some fun texture. But yeah, oh, I got these two as texture. These neon tools. I think they would be fun to like ruffle up and sew over too, adding some texture to pages. So big into color, and I love the whole Tim Holtz grungy type thing. I love the vintage